This is your daily Solana debrief. It's the 6th of February and this is a long form edition, starting with the fact that Solana is unfortunately down. So the blockchain has stopped producing blocks, nothing is working at the moment, and engineers from across the ecosystem are investigating the outage right now on mainnet beta. You can see it right here at the Solana status. So this major outage just happened recently. This is of course really terrible news. However, this is just the nature of Solana. It's gone down quite a few times. This will bring a whole lot of FUD. It's been stable for over almost close to 1 year, I think, and now it's gone down. So they have to obviously identify the problem and then fix the problem, and then the validators will have to do a restart. Personally, I was quite sure that this would happen again, and it's likely going to happen again in the future. It doesn't change my outlook on Solana. I know it's a path to decentralization, and it's a path to basically never going off. This is just how it is. Just expect a whole lot of FUD. However, I'm not anticipating any kind of downwards price with Solana, not financial advice. It's just not what I'm anticipating because it's happened in the past and it didn't really play into that at all. If there is downward pressure, there's probably going to be buy orders just buying it back. People that want to buy the dip, and this is just a good amount of news to push that price down. However, I will also mention, if the price does start to go down, make sure you go and just check all your positions and make sure that, if you're lending or borrowing, say, USDC on Sol, make sure that everything is safe over there. The Heist, I love the Heist, absolutely love it. And the finest public raffle this side of Bloomsville, 1 ticket to hit a bag, and this happens on Thursday. So you should know from previous videos that this is what you get in 1 ticket. I need to work out what the total supply of Kiwi is. So I'll have that for you on Thursday or maybe tomorrow. But basically, most people are going to hit 25K and then 500K for those super lucky. I don't think it's going to be worth a crazy amount, but I like what they're doing. And just so you know, no dollars is going to the team from the token launch. Zero, zilch, nada, nothing. So this is really good. And also, tickets will have a minimal fee to prevent botting, with all fees going towards liquidity and token buybacks. Having said this, you know what? I might go in with a little bit of Sol, see how I go. What I think would be a better step is if they had, say, a max number of 100 tickets per wallet. And that way, if they wanted more, they would have to go and spin up, 5 or 10 or 20 extra wallets, which is more work for them, which may be a deterrent. Dr. Maddie has done a decent little thread on basically what's coming with the Heist. So the public raffle, which we are aware of. Also, you may get a crate. So I've mentioned a few times going to this website here, connecting your wallet, and then if you get a crate, then you're good. You can open that crate on launch day. Also with a community giveaway, you may get a crate there by maybe you went into something on a Subba raffle via DYOR or whatever DAO you're a part of. Now next, the land structures. So a little bit over your land here. I don't have that much land. I wish I had more land. Maybe I've got like 4 plots of land. I would like quite a bit, to be honest. I just kind of see this as, they've got runway money. They're not overspending. They're shipping as they ship faster and faster and faster. I do think, and of course nothing's financial advice, value will accrue to the game and to the land. Probably one minor issue with the game is there aren't enough players, but that's changing in Season 3 with breeding. So that's pretty exciting. So a little bit of information here. I've covered it before, but on your land, you'll be able to build things. So house, breeding lab, generator, watchtower, blacksmith, catapult. You can't build them all. You have to choose. The voyage, I've covered this on a video. You can go and buy yourself a chimp or orangutan. You can go and grab that from Magic Eden Tensor or Sniper. And then you can send this straight on the voyage. And then you'll start to be earning some Kiwi tokens as well. And the jailbreak breeding. Well, we'll go over this more in the future. And fantastic that everyone's been tagged here. So if you want to follow the team, then just follow these people maybe with notifications on. This is what the land kind of blueprint looks like. So that's really cool. One thing that I'll add is I reached out to Studwood and I asked, can the liquidity be put up in a DLMM? So that's a Meteora's pool. And that would allow it to basically not be botted as hard. And he said that they've got some things in play to reduce the chance of it being botted, such as more distribution of Kiwi and also a higher price. So we'll cover this before, but I don't know what the fair price will be, but just be aware that Ansem will likely bot this. He's the guy that bots everything, made $1 million on When, makes $50,000 regularly just by botting things. So just keep that in mind. People have asked me about cNFTs and why we can't burn these spam NFTs for Sol. So basically, I forgot to mention this the other day in a ReDAO tutorial, but there's a lot of compressed NFTs. They don't have any Sol on them, therefore you cannot burn them for Sol. And at the moment, you can't delete them. So they're working on a solution. Most of cNFTs are probably good things, such as from Drip, which you don't want to delete them. The other ones, however, are from spammers and scammers. Those ones you definitely want to delete when you can in the future. I'll cover more about cNFTs when we can actually burn them. Later today, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, if you want to learn more about token extensions on Solana, you can join this chat here, panel chat. This will be quite technical in nature. I will not be attending, just a little bit too busy. But if you're a little bit technical, if you're building something, if you want to build something, either watch it live or watch the replay. Solana is seeing a huge growth, attracting inflow into Solana, while Ethereum experienced an outflow. Now, this is nothing crazy at the moment, but a lot more funds are coming to Solana. I still feel that Solana has a huge potential and maybe will onboard directly onto the blockchain, not just by buying on Binance, but maybe 50 million individuals. That's what I think could definitely happen. Sandbar will be minting today. This, of course, is dependent on if the Solana blockchain will be back up and operating, and I'm sure it will be. Here is the alpha, 1.5 Sol, 6 p.m. UTC time, 3,333 supply, and Tensor is the official launchpad partner. Now, Tensor hasn't done a lot of launches, so it's not going to be as clean, I think, as Magic Eden, so just keep that in mind and be a little bit patient. So Sandbar is building a Web3 talent hub. What I can kind of think of this as is maybe like Fiverr or Upwork, but for Web3. So you go and post what you need, or you post what you're good at. You're trying to get a job. And to be honest, I definitely want to hire some talent to help me with what I'm doing here. So this is a fantastic thing, a really fantastic thing. Sandbar is a result of 12 months of development guided by feedback from Web3 professionals. And this looks really, really good, to be honest. I haven't actually played with the platform. I said I would, but I haven't. Also, I do like the art. I think we all know by now that I'm not going to be changing my PFP. It's going to be a DJ Ape. And then if I ever did, briefly, it would be the Barrows. However, this is really good. A lot of art's coming out that's rubbish. This is not rubbish. This is cool. So, this is the phase. Whitelist, 1 per wallet. Tensorians, 1 per wallet. Public, 1 per wallet. Public's 2 Sol. Whitelist, 1.5. I don't expect this to pump. I have no idea what the utility is necessarily here. So I need to find that out. I'll chat with Sandbar. But basically, they're building something which people need. This is similar to Whales Market. It has a use case. And that's why I want to have this particular NFT. Magic Eden has a partnership with Pudgy Penguins on ETH. This is fantastic. And although people love Tensor, it is good to support these big collections. These collections, like Pudgy Penguins, they have a lot more say in onboarding a lot of people. Even though their floor price is high, they have the budgets normally for big events or education or just good parties and stuff like this. And this is what can also bring more people into the space. Member has his take. Basically, a real marketplace battle again between Tensor and Magic Eden. It says again here because in the past, it was between Magic Eden and Solana Art. Solana Art was kind of the OG marketplace, and then they just didn't iterate. They didn't improve things, they got lazy, they made millions of dollars, and they were fine with that. And then Magic Eden came along, took their market share, and then Magic Eden, they didn't do anything bad in my opinion. However, well, they didn't do, yes, they did a few things bad, to be honest. Yeah, look, I like Magic Eden, and I like what they built, and I would be silly to say that they didn't make big mistakes. They're trying to reverse those mistakes. Going multi-chain wasn't a mistake, but trying not to just reward your Solana community a little bit more, that would have been a good decision to do, which they're now working on with diamonds, of course. And the other thing is they were very unfair when it came to just turning off royalties. In order to try and keep market share, they didn't look into a solution for quite some time. It was a bit greedy. Now I believe they've seen the error of their ways, and this should be an interesting battle. My actual advice is use both. If you want to use Tensor, use one address. If you want to use Magic Eden, use another. I'm unsure if they will know if you're transferring NFTs between the addresses. Maybe they do, maybe they don't, but at least you can have 100% loyalty on both, I think. And then just let them fight for you. At the same time, Magic Eden is far easier to onboard someone into. Just keep that in mind. And Tensor's UI, it's far more like Blur, so someone has to be in the ecosystem already to understand really what it's all about. So here you can see the current market share. We'll see what happens in the coming months. Now, ChartFoodMonkey was part of Magic Eden. I imagine he's still there. I'm not entirely sure because it doesn't say it right here. However, he says trading points OTC is stupid and dangerous because you can never know how those will be used later. You can pay for something and then end up with nothing. Now, I'm going to be a little bit critical of ChartFood because he degens into so many things. He's bought so many things. He's mentioned many different things. Like if you go through all of his tweets, and I've met the guy and I like the guy. I mean, this is his opinion and that's completely fine. But at the same time, like this is not different to what you've done, to be perfectly honest. So I think he's kind of referring to diamonds. And I think what they have to do with Magic Eden is they can't mention that diamonds have a value. Of course, legally they can't. So people are speculating on the value. And I don't know if there's been any leaks. I doubt there has been any leaks. But we don't know what the value of diamonds will be. And there could be nothing at all. But at the same time, you know, if you're going to go and spend hundreds of dollars on some meme coin, which goes to zero 2 days later, if you want to go and sell some of your diamonds or buy some diamonds, you're welcome to. I do agree a little bit though, there's a lack of information on points. So I wouldn't necessarily be jumping into doing a whole lot of OTC trades with points. Just unless you want to, of course. Now, Whale's market has exceeded 100K within first hour of listing, with each diamond priced around 0.028. So very, very cheap, or is it? We just don't know. We don't have enough data points. And I haven't even checked all my wallets to see what my diamonds are worth. But, you know, the expectation is there will be some sort of token. A lot of speculations pointed to it being called Magic. Some say it will come from Magic Eden. Some say it will come from a DAO. Either way, that is the expectation. Who knows what actually happens until it happens. Drift Protocol has broken some records. I've got a referral link below. Go use it. Go try out Drift if you want to do any of the things that I list in the other tutorials, which you can just search for just Drift on my channel. And you'll see a lot of people talking about points. I don't have the answers. So unfortunately, you'll have to jump into their Discord and open a ticket. I would assume that they'll make sure that points are all good. But I agree it was a messy launch of the point system. Kamino Finance has a new vault. This is from Meteora, and it's dupe and Sol. 2x Kamino points, and of course you get Meteora stimulus points. So I would definitely jump into this. If you're keen to do some farming, I would be more keen to do it here as opposed to, say, a Radium or Orca pool. MonkeDAO has a new executive team, so good luck to the DAO there. They've put in a lot of effort over the years, the different executive teams, but it's always hard with DAOs, to be honest. It's just they haven't found a perfect fit of how it all happens. One thing I guess the previous team did is they went and did stuff based on just the DAO or the executive committee deciding, but then the people that actually held the NFTs didn't even get to vote. They were just told, this is what we're doing. And that included rebranding and all sorts of things. Things that, you know, I'm not familiar with as I'm not really part of this ecosystem. I just have a Gen 3. However, just keep in mind that they've got a new DAO, so go and support them. At the very least, give them good feedback when they do things well, and give them feedback when you don't agree with something. And just do it in a calm way like you would a friend. Solana Labs Game Shift exits beta phase. So this is really, really cool. And asset import and marketplaces. So we need to see how this all works, but I'm hoping that there's some sort of software development kits in the future that work really, really well so people can go and build games and then they can just plug into marketplaces to sell those assets really, really easily. And as you can see here from this screenshot, if it's done in like USDC, that makes it a lot more stable as well. I know, you know, trading in Sol's great as well, but if it's in USDC, it's nice and stable. There's over 155,000 PYTH stakers, which is great. Stake your PYTH. I've covered it many times. I've even done a tutorial on it. Stake it. 1, help the PYTH network by voting on governance things, which we'll cover as they come up. And 2, maybe there'll be airdrops in the future, not necessarily from PYTH, but from other protocols. The Barrows had an Orphan at 274. It just sold for just over 100 Sol. Very, very bullish on the Barrows. I do not have many Orphans anymore, given one to my assistant and whatnot. And with validator.com, we gave one to the guy behind all of our infrastructure. By the way, make sure you are staking your Sol. Stake it with validator.com. It's very, very important. I've covered staking so many times. I have to keep on reiterating. I basically will do different things on the blockchain and then just add and just keep on staking. Sometimes I just stake by buying more Sol, which I use in DeFi, or other times I just go and start staking more with validator.com. Either way, just keep on staking your Sol. Price target for me is over $800. Not financial advice, of course, but generally when a blockchain does well, the layer 1 asset, the actual token or coin of the ecosystem, that appreciates better than most things on average. Solana Mobile, there's 60,000 pre-orders and counting. So use my referral link. It's 450 USDC. Very, very worthwhile. I think it's not going to ship until next year, mid next year. Hopefully it's a little bit faster than that, but I don't think so due to just the way supply chains work these days. What I do want to say is you're supporting Solana. I'm also going to buy a second one. I'm unsure if this one's going to stay in the box or maybe the wife wants to use it, but maybe I'll cover this a little bit later, another video. But I think having one of these will give you some sort of access in the future, not necessarily created by Solana Mobile or the Saga DAO, but maybe just people just kind of getting together and then all of a sudden they see their phone, maybe they form some sort of Web3 country club and you have to have one of these phones or the original Saga in order to join. This is more of a play for the next few years. That's all we'll cover for today. If you have any questions or if you want anything covered, put them in the comments below and I'll do my best to cover more things. By all means, put meme coins there, but I do want to try and drift away from meme coins because they're not doing terribly well in the ecosystem. There's just too many of them and they're just basically extracting value from users for the most part. Stay curious and we'll catch you in the next video.